satisfaction. For the independent agent in your neighborhood, go to AutoOwners.com. That's AutoOwners.com.
Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom.
Get ready to get healthy. Get ready to get fit. Get ready to take charge of your health. Get ready to listen, learn, and live healthier. Because your health is your wealth. It's time for some information and inspiration. It's time to talk about health and nutrition. Nutrition for your body, for your mind, for your spirit. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, supplementation for when you don't. Let's Talk Nutrition. Scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Daily prizes and giveaways. Follow Dr. Garko on Twitter at Dr. Garko and on Facebook at facebook.com/Dr. Michael Garko. Now, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
Okay, Super Bowl's over. How about some super health? Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Great to be with you. Hope you're having a good start to your day, good start to your week. I guess football fans got their dose of football this weekend, boy. That Super Bowl game, I didn't see all of it. I was in and out of it. I was working, so I caught bits and pieces. I didn't catch the end, but I saw the reports this morning. What an ending. Wow. Man, good game. I guess hope your team won. If you're a Patriots fan, yeah, congratulations to the New England Patriots. Given all the controversy that swirls around that team right now regarding Deflategate, the deflating of the footballs, it's going to be interesting to see how this Super Bowl win, is going to affect the investigation as it goes forward. If you're following that story, if you're a football fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This should all be interesting. Nevertheless, we don't want to playing games like that is fine. Football games, we don't want to play games with our health, right? And we don't do that around here. No playing games with your health. 877-897-8255. Toll-free number. I keep giving that number out. I encourage you to call the show, given what we're talking about at any given time. And we cover the gambit on here, as you know. Your comments, your ideas, your agreement, disagreement, your experiences, stories that you want to tell relative to what we're talking about is they're always welcome. Always. It's a listener-friendly show. That's why we do the show. I would always tell my students, it's never about you. It's always about the audience. And that's why we're here. We're here for you. Dominique Ostrander will be my guest, formerly known as Dominique Clark, Big Al's daughter, and other names. Since she got married, the last name now is Ostrander. Educated for Jarrow formulas. And by the way, you can watch Let's Talk Nutrition right now. Go to letstalknutrition.com and you'll see the show streaming. We stream the show 5 days a week, 2 hours a day, as it is being broadcasted. And you can watch the show on demand. You can listen to the show on demand. On-demand listening is at show schedule. Go back at your convenience and catch any show you want. Title, date, guest, it's all there. On-demand viewing is right there on the home page. When you get there, you'll see it. And we have a lot of people doing that now. So we're out of the blocks, start of a new week. I'm always fishing around for interesting stories and studies to report on in the opening of the show. And we thought we had some issues with overweight and obesity in this country. Turns out that more than 1/3 of the children in England, more than 1/3 of the children are overweight or obese. That's stunning. published in the British Medical Journal. I have the actual study entitled Childhood Obesity Trends from Primary Care Electronic Health Records in England between 1994 and 2013, a population-based cohort study. And then I'm going to tell you sort of an ironic twist to this study in a minute. But nevertheless, more than 1/3 of children, as reported in that study, are overweight or obese. This is a 20-year study, so it's longitudinal. They took a longitudinal look at this. The study's published in the Archives of Disease in Childhood. Now, as it turns out, there was a in this 20-year period, there was a rapid rise in the obesity rate. I mean, it was on a linear increase that was alarming. Apparently, it has leveled off a bit. And I found it rather interesting that in an editorial that I also have in my hand, the editor said that there is, I'm quoting him, there is undoubtedly some good news. The year-on-year rise in obesity levels seen in the first decade of the data collection was extremely worrying when the odds of overweight or obesity increased by 8% yearly from 1994 to 2003. In the second decade up to 2013, he said this astounding increase had slowed to 0.4%. However, in the second decade, it remains extremely concerning that adolescent obesity, children between 11 and 15, appears to still be increasing in both boys and girls, end quote. What the hell is he talking about? What good news? This is a dumpster fire regarding health. Good news? This is like the house being burnt down to the ground. When you get there, there's nothing but ashes, but one small piece of furniture somehow managed to save the fire. You say, oh, geez, it wasn't all that bad. What, are you serious? You got 1/3 of your kids, and we have no room to talk, by the way. What is that editor talking about? What good news? The good news would be that some good news, both in this country too, would be that there are programs being implemented that seem to be making a difference. What are those programs? Whereby we're educating children about their relationship with food. Again, this is a dumpster fire. In our country as well. It's horrible. The number of children that are overweight and obese. The thin child is the exception these days. And the problem with this, and it's not just a childhood problem. This is a childhood problem that ends up becoming an adulthood problem because these kids take it with them into adulthood and all the diseases that go with it, including heart disease. I don't get it. I guess when things are so grim, you're looking for any glimmer of light, and for that editor to make the opposite. There's yes, it has leveled off there. I get that, but you notice he says in the second decade, there's an uptick. So if you're watching, John Gaston just posted on YouTube on my Facebook page, on my homepage at letstalknutrition.com. This show is streaming. There's the actual study. And this is what I do for a living, going through this literature, trying to tell you these stories and these studies to help us understand exactly. And you say, well, why would we care about what's going on in England? Because it's going on here as well, and in other countries. Humans are humans, no matter what country they're in, right? We all have a concern for humanity. And when you have 1/3 of your population of children, 1/3, overweight or obese, that is alarming. And we are in the same boat. I don't know. I'm just saying. Your muscles and your bones. Come back. I want to tell you a little bit about that. And then Dominique Clark will be coming on. She wants to talk about your heart. But I do want to make a special note about your muscles and your bones. One study coming out of the American Physiological Society talking about your protein intake. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about this. I need to do better with that. You would think I would know better, right? I'm not getting enough protein. I know that. Given my access to product and protein products, what's wrong with me? Come back. I'll tell you about this study. It's interesting. It's one way to protect your muscles as you age, but don't forget about your bones. They sort of go together, right? Be right back.
We live in an age of fast information, high-speed communication, instant gratification, rapid transit, ready mixed, pre-cooked, heat and serve, and living life on a moment's notice. But when it comes to staying healthy, you pause for a moment. Jarrow Formulas has been formulating high-quality nutritional products for over 30 years and has been a leader in the research and development of some of the most effective, affordable, and cutting-edge natural health solutions in the world. At Jarrow Formulas, they understand that distinction does not happen overnight and that a reputation for excellence is only earned through many years of persistence. Their staff of scientists and health professionals insist on doing things the old-fashioned way, with clinical studies and scientific research. They believe that the true test of a quality company is the purity, potency, and good value of its products and meeting the highest expectation of those who matter most, their customers. For more information about their superior formulas and to request free samples of their leading brands, please go to www.jarrow.com.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
Did you know that when it comes to supporting whole body health, there's an herbal supplement that may be as important as your daily multivitamin? Discover Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter. Formulated to support a whole body, healthy inflammation response, an ongoing natural process and part of the body doing its job. We often think of the inflammation response as something we can feel, such as where there are sensitive nerve endings. But did you know that we can also have an inflammation response we can't feel? And whether we are aware of it or not, our inflammation response can affect the whole body. Zyflamend is a patented blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, that help balance and support your body's natural, healthy inflammation response for overall health and wellness. And it's clinically tested. Discover the premier herbal supplement for whole body health from New Chapter, Zyflamend Whole Body. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Available at your local fine health food store.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. Garden of Life, empowering extraordinary health. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Flexin, the joint health experts. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
You know, people walk around, and rightfully so, worrying about their heart, their kidneys, their lungs. I get that, and you know, these different systems. But they tend to forget about their muscles and their bones early in life and in midlife. There are two things that go on in the body that are troublesome. One is a decline in bone mass, and two, there is a decline in muscle mass. Sarcopenia is a term that's used to talk about, decrease in muscle tissue. Of course, osteoporosis or osteopenia is a forerunner to osteoporosis. Osteopenia is the beginning of the bones becoming very porous and weak. The trouble with both of these issues is that they're silent, and they manifest later or otherwise deeper into the lifespan, and then people wake up one day, they go to the doctor says, guess what? You got osteoporosis, or you got sarcopenia. You don't have, your body composition, muscle to fat, is not good. You got more fat than muscle. If you notice in a lot of elderly people, the muscle tissue it's gone. You can see it. You need to take care of your bones and your muscles throughout the life. You should not assume that everything's just fine and dandy, even though you feel and look fine and dandy. There's a study coming out of the American Physiological Society, and if you're watching the show right now at letstalknutrition.com, we've posted the press release on older adults. They say double your protein to build more muscle. The current U.S. recommendation for daily protein intake is 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight. That's roughly about 62 grams of protein for a 170-pound person. I weigh 175, so I should be somewhere around 63, 64 pounds, 63 or 64 grams of protein. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. That's my own self-criticism here. I'm not getting enough protein given how much I work out and whatnot. I should know better. So if I'm missing the protein boat, I wonder how many other people are missing it. My guest is Dominique Clark from Jarrow Formulas. They happen to have a product or two that deals with protein. It's not Dominique Clark anymore. It's Dominique Ostrander, formerly known as Big Al's daughter, or Dominique Clark. Now it's Ostrander. You had to go and get married and confuse me. What's the matter with you?
Good morning, Dr. Garko.
You're making my job hard.
I apologize.
No, I got to remember your new last name.
That's right.
Ostrander. Ostrander. What is that? German? What is that?
I think it's Dutch.
I was going to say Dutch.
The Osgood File,
that was the next
sponsored
thing.
in part by Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem
Ostrander.
people. To find an independent agent near you, visit autoowners.com. This
I
is
had to
Charles
learn how to
Osgood.
pronounce
What
it, too.
began
Don't
as
feel
a
bad.
paleo diet has become a full
Ostrander.
caveman movement. Some people are not only eating like
all
cavemen, but also exercising and
How you
sleeping
doing?
that way, too. As
Very
you
well,
hear
thank
after
you.
this.
How are you?
fine. Thanks
Office
for
space
asking.
isn't something you think
Listen,
about until you need it.
what do you make of
And that's
this
all you can think
study
about. Leases,
in
locations,
the American
and
Journal of
logistics. Every
Physiology? I know
detail
you want to
takes
talk
you
about
away
heart
from
health,
running
but
your
I would
business.
be remiss if we
Regis
didn't
can
talk
make it
about
easy.
this.
With one call, you can get furnished offices and support staff
They're
wherever,
saying
for
that
however long you
0.8
need them,
grams
short-term
per
to long-term.
kilogram of body
So
weight is
let
not
Regis
enough,
take the
especially
hassle
for
and
older
expense out of
adults.
setting up your office so you can focus on your business.
What do you make of that?
Regis, the new way to work.
I
Call
think that's very true.
Offices.
I think it's
That's
not surprising, I should
1-800-Offices.
say. I think that as we get older, our nutritional needs do change in the same way that our nutritional needs are different when we're infants and toddlers. And every age seems to have different nutritional needs.
I know.
And I don't think that gets paid enough attention to, like you were saying.
They're saying, the researchers in this study are saying that elderly people, older people, I don't know how to refer to that. No matter how you try to be rhetorically sensitive, you certainly don't want to say old people. That really is insulting. You say elderly, older people, whatever. They're saying that people who are deeper into the lifespan, how about that, need 31 grams of protein per meal, or otherwise 93 grams per day, like for a 170-pound person. 31 grams per meal. Per meal. How much protein's in a chicken breast, I wonder? What do you think?
It would depend. Well, it would depend on the size of the chicken breast.
Medium.
Average serving
Yeah.
is the palm of your hand. So it's about 15 grams of protein.
About 15 grams.
Mm-hmm.
31 grams of protein per meal is substantial.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get enough protein?
That's an interesting question.
The answer is no. You took too long.
Well,
You asked me, and I'll tell you, I'm not getting enough. I know I'm not, and I can't get that into my thick head to keep making those shakes with that Jarrow formula protein stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What's the matter with me? You should call me up and remind me. Right, as if you have as if you had nothing else to do.
That's right. I'll put it on my to-do list. But it's true. Sarcopenia can have a lot of complications. And obviously post-operatively is probably one of the biggest complications of sarcopenia. And as we get older and if we're facing any illnesses or surgeries, then not having a level of muscle wasting due to poor nutrition is serious. So that if you are facing something, then the post-operative complications are far greater for people with sarcopenia than without it.
By the way, osteoporosis is not just a bone issue. It's also a muscle issue as well. We come back, want to talk just about that a little bit. You have a terrific product for bones at Jarrow Formulas. We'll get back to it.
Hi, I'm Kate. When I asked my health food store to recommend a natural solution to improve my digestive health,
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Renew Life, the Digestive Care Company, Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing, Greens Plus, superfood for super health, Medi-C Plus, for heart health and more. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Let's Talk Nutrition, on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Your muscles and your bones, I want to just spend just a moment talking about them and why you need to take care of them sooner rather than later. My guest is Dominique Ostrander. If you're watching the show, we don't have an image of her, but she is with Jarrow Formulas, and we do have the Jarrow Formulas logo up. Visit letstalknutrition.com to see the video rendition of the show. Welcome back, Dominique. Osteoporosis is largely a preventable disease, and it's characterized by porous bones, reduced bone strength, and often leading to an increased risk of fractures or broken bones. And most of those fractures, Dominique, occur in the hip, spine, and wrist. It's very preventable. A lot of people are under the impression that it is genetically determined, but it's more preventable than not, correct?
Absolutely.
By the way, osteoporosis means porous bone, and it is referred to frequently as a silent disease because it advances over time without any symptoms except when a fracture occurs or one or more vertebrae begin to collapse. That is bad news. This has happened to more than a few people. Approximately 54 million Americans suffer from osteoporosis and low bone mass. You happen to have a terrific product at Jarrow Formulas, right?
We do. We definitely do. It's world-renowned, actually, our Bone Up, which is it's a very advanced and complete nutritional regimen that maintains bone strength. And in fact, I don't know if many people know this, but we're obviously a very science-based company, but back in 2007, we had done an 8-week double-blind placebo-controlled study of 24 female students ages 18 to 24 that supplemented with Bone Up, not a placebo, and it was found to produce statistically significant decreases in markers of bone degradation while also increasing the levels of bone plasma-specific alkaline phosphatase, which is an indicator of bone synthesis, as well as vitamin D status, and plasma parathyroid hormone. And all of those together is what helps create bone strength.
I didn't know about that study. I wonder how I missed that. It was a double-blind placebo-controlled trial.
Placebo-controlled study, exactly, in 2007.
That's interesting. So you have some. You now have some. As you always hear me say, "Show me the data." You now have some clinical data to support the safety and efficacy of this product, Bone Up. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
A lot of people don't worry about their bones until it's too late. They think, well, I don't need to be taking a dietary supplement right now. And quite frankly, most diets don't have, are not constituted of foods that are high in calcium or vitamin D3, which is also important for the formation of bone. You know, how many people are eating collard greens, broccoli, kale, soybeans, figs, oranges, and seafood, sardines, salmon, shrimp, dairy, ricotta cheese, yogurt, milk, mozzarella. I mean, it goes on and on. Then 4 to 5 foods. Most diets are pretty deficient in the calcium-based foods and vitamin D-based foods, so you need to supplement. But again, I don't think we're focused on it enough. Muscles and bones, you got to take care of them early rather than late. You got to build up an inventory of health relative to them, don't you?
Absolutely. Well, for example, if someone is diagnosed with osteopenia, and which is the precursor to osteoporosis, then it obviously becomes a preventable progression into osteoporosis. And of course, you can prevent osteopenia from happening also. But it's not reversible as far as once, even osteoporosis is reversible. But in the meantime, you don't want to get there. And so you want to do everything you can. And especially now, the way so many people eat and the amount of caffeine that we take in and the Starbucks on every corner, excessive caffeine intake depletes our bones of calcium in a big way.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting that you point this out. There are some modifiable and non-modifiable risk factors for osteoporosis. Gender. Here's some unmodified. If I could talk today, would help this show. Unmodifiable risk factors would be gender, age, body size, race, and family history. Dominique, I don't know if many listeners know that Caucasian and Asian women are at the highest risk for osteoporosis, while African Americans and Hispanics have lower risk. They're still at significant risk. Family history, heredity accounts for some of the variants of being susceptible. So we got to consider that. Body size, women who are slender and thin-boned and taller women have a greater chance of developing it. And age is a risk factor as people age. These are unmodifiable. You can't do anything about your age, body size, race, or family history, right?
Right. And part of that has to do with exactly what you were saying originally about the connection between muscle and bone. So those types of non-modifiable factors, such as being small-framed or what we call ectomorphic, have a natural resistance towards excessive muscle building anyway. And we know that not necessarily to be a bodybuilder, but developed muscle will put effort on the bones to increase bone density. And so the more muscle a person has, the chances of them being osteopenic or having osteoporosis are much lower. And we don't see very many muscular Asian women walking around.
Mm-hmm. In terms of modifiable risk factors, sex hormone deficiency, your diet, certain medications, certain medical conditions, inactive lifestyle, excessive use of alcohol, and smoking are modifiable risk factors. So it is preventable. It is preventable. But please consider a diet rich in calcium-rich foods. And also, if you don't have that, consider Jarrow Formula's Bone Up. When we come back, we'll enter into a conversation about cardiovascular. That's why you came on the show today, right? You wanted to talk about that.
I did.
And I keep
Heart Month.
And I keep talking about other things. Are you annoyed with me?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, well, I just, this was on my mind yesterday about muscles and bones. I said, I got to make a note to mention this on the show because I think people are walking, and rightfully so, they need to worry about their heart, their lungs, their kidneys, and all. I get that. But please don't forget about your muscles and bones. Take care of them. We come back, we'll enter into a conversation on cardiovascular health. We'll go to Willoughby. And we'll talk with Linda. I think she wants to talk about something about hyperparathyroid. Ooh, we'll be back.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Xenia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Xenia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Xenia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Xenia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Xenia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, collagen, and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you are strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Xenia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Xenia by name. Start taking Xenia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
Exclusively from Natural Factors.
I'm Dr. Michael Murray. I'm very excited to have the opportunity to talk with you about PGX, a truly revolutionary natural product that works perfectly to help get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult. PGX is a clinically proven way to help people to achieve their ideal body weight that is safe and natural. PGX leads to a dramatic reduction in the glycemic index of any food or meal. It also ultimately causes the release of compounds that achieve two important goals in weight loss. One, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and two, improving the action of the hormone insulin. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, it's not your fault. You just need the tremendous support that PGX can provide. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, please go to pgx.com.
Coenzyme Q10 is a powerful antioxidant nutrient. It protects against free radical damage, supports heart function, energy production, and immune response. Aging reduces our ability to absorb CoQ10 from our diet, so supplementing with a highly absorbable form of CoQ10 is the first step to ensuring optimal levels in the body. Secondly, typical CoQ10 supplements are in a ubiquinone or non-reduced form. For the body to use that type of CoQ10, it must first convert it to ubiquinol or the reduced form. QH Absorb is Jarrow Formula's highly absorbable and bioavailable CoQ10 supplement. Not only is QH Absorb more absorbable than traditional CoQ10 supplements, but as ubiquinol, it's already in a reduced bioavailable form. Your body can use QH Absorb without having to do any conversion work. Ask specifically for Jarrow Formula's QH Absorb at your favorite vitamin retailer. For more information on QH Absorb, go to jarrow.com. That's JARROW for the best and highly absorbable, bioavailable CoQ10 supplements.
Are you waking up each day to the life you have to live or to the life you want to live? Better health shouldn't be left to chance. Smart choices to living longer and stronger include making Kyolic aged garlic extract a part of your daily routine. For years, medical researchers have recommended adding Kyolic to the diet as a powerful tool to enhancing overall heart and immune health. Recent clinical studies at UCLA Medical Center using Kyolic suggest that garlic may slow plaque formation in the arteries and support healthy cholesterol and homocysteine levels. Previous research also shows Kyolic may enhance your immune system defenses. Kyolic is organic, odorless, and the only antioxidant garlic supplement available worldwide. Maintaining a healthier you could extend your life. Your wellness begins with Kyolic aged garlic extract, available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold. Visit kyolic.com, that's KYOLIC.com, or call 1-800-421-2998 for a free sample today.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Natural Factors, where great health begins. Right Way Nutrition. Nutrition the right way. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back and welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Wherever and however you may be listening or watching and whatever you may be doing. 877-897-8255. You can call that number. Linda in Willoughby, Ohio. Linda, you heard us talking about calcium, and that prompted you to call and talk about hyperparathyroidism because that implicates calcium. How are you? Hi, Linda. Hello. we got a little technical problem with the phone. Turns out that hyperparathyroidism, this is a serious disorder. Welcome back, Dominique. Are you familiar with this disorder, Dominique?
I definitely am.
Yeah. They use the term primary hyperparathyroidism because primary implicates or suggests that the disorder originates in the parathyroid glands. These are in your throat area. In primary hyperparathyroidism, one or more of the parathyroid glands are overactive. You have a comment or two about this particular disorder?
I do. It's interesting. Oftentimes, there's four parathyroid glands, and usually one of them will have a tumor, a benign tumor. It's normally, it's close to, they say, 90 to 100% of the time benign when these tumors develop, but they cause an excess amount of calcium in the blood. Mm-hmm. And so patients are going to the doctor and they're saying that they feel terrible because of these high levels of calcium. And what's really interesting, though, is that when you talk to different patients about their symptoms and then their doctor says, but your calcium levels are normal, the calcium levels very often are of a normal level for all humans, although without the understanding that calcium levels vary as we age. So, for example, a calcium level of around 10 is normal for a teenage girl. Mm-hmm. For someone who's 60, a level of 10.5 or 10.8 or whatever is not normal. It actually should be about 9. And so that would need further investigation as far as perhaps this person has a tumor in their parathyroid gland.
Well, when you have that tumor, it causes parathyroid hormone levels to trigger the bones. High parathyroid hormone levels trigger the bones to release increased amounts of calcium into the blood, which causes calcium levels to rise above normal in the blood. Does hyperparathyroidism, does it cause the PTH to do that?
It does.
And the problem is now there's two problems here. One, you don't have enough calcium in your bones because it's being signaled for the calcium to be released, and secondly, running high calcium levels is a risk factor for heart disease, high blood pressure, cognitive issues like concentrating. So this becomes problematic. Now we got Linda back in Willoughby, Ohio. Welcome to the show, Linda.
Okay, I'm listening to you, and that's exactly what's happening to me. Mm-hmm. And can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
And my doctor tells me I should not be taking any calcium supplement because I have too much calcium in my blood. In the meantime, I was just wondering, would this bone-up be the right calcium for me to take? Or he wants to put me on medication, naturally, and I don't want to go on that.
Well, why don't you want to go on the medication?
Well, I just always feel like if I can, do a natural way, I'd rather do it that way. But he's telling me maybe I should go on that Prolia. I don't know if you've heard of that.
Have you heard of that, Dominique?
I couldn't really make it out. It's called Exfolia?
No, Prolia.
Prolia.
Prolia, okay.
Yeah, it's 2 shots
for bone building? Mm-hmm.
Well, this is interesting. You got your parathyroid hormone,
right? That's
causing the that results in
too much blood in the calcium.
Calcium being shunted out of your bones and into the bloodstream. So you have high calcium levels in the bloodstream. So my question to you, Dominique, is if she takes a calcium supplement, does that exacerbate the problem, or does it address the bone loss that she's concerned about?
Exactly. That's my question.
Just from a Jarrow perspective, and obviously, I can't diagnose or anything like that.
No, you don't want to diagnose and treat.
Right, exactly. Bone-up is very effective at building bone density without creating an excess of calcium in the blood, simply because of the things that bone-up has in it to help shuttle excess calcium out of the arteries, et cetera, and keep it in the bones. That being said, is your hyperparathyroidism under control?
Well, there is actually no medication for it.
Well, they have medications. Well, there's a new class of medications called calcimimetics. That decrease parathyroid gland secretion of the PTH, parathyroid hormone. Are you familiar? Okay. Did your doctor mention calcimimetics to you?
No.
There's a drug called Sensipar. That's the brand name. It's been approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration for the treatment of secondary hyperthyroidism caused by dialysis, which is a different issue for you, but also for primary hyperthyroidism caused by parathyroid cancer. So cinacalcet is the drug. The brand name is Sensipar. Did he mention that drug to you?
No.
And I wish I could comment on that drug and its side effects. I don't know what they are. So you should ask your doctor. Here's the question. Ask him or her.
Yeah, right.
How can I make sure that I can still maintain my bone mass? What can I do to maintain my bone mass? And wouldn't a good dietary supplement help with that? He's saying not to take a dietary supplement. Right. Why? Did he tell you why?
Well, he says that I already have too much calcium in my blood, and he doesn't want me to take more calcium.
Well, his comment assumes that taking a calcium supplement for your bones is going to go into the bloodstream and not into the bones.
Yes.
I don't know if that assumption is true.
Yeah, that's why I'm questioning this. I'm more into nutrition than anything.
I understand. This is a complicated issue, and I can't diagnose and treat. I would like to tell you more, but the law prohibits me from doing that. You need to query your doctor, question him or her even more. Is he or she absolutely sure that taking a dietary supplement is not a good idea? If he could be assured that the supplement calcium will go into the bones and not into the bloodstream. We'll be back. Thank you.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable?
The opinions, viewpoints, and promises made during the following program are not those of WHNZ AM, its staff, management, or parent company, iHeartMedia Incorporated.
Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom.
Get ready to get healthy. Get ready to get fit. Get ready to take charge of your health. Get ready to listen, learn, and live healthier. Because your health is your wealth. It's time for some information and inspiration. It's time to talk about health and nutrition. Nutrition for your body, for your mind, for your spirit. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, supplementation for when you don't. Let's Talk Nutrition. Scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Daily prizes and giveaways. Follow Dr. Garko on Twitter at Dr. Garko and on Facebook at facebook.com/Dr. Michael Garko. Now, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
And welcome to this portion of Let's Talk Nutrition. And we're delighted that you're here. Thanks for stopping by, and hope you're having a good start to your day and a good start to your week. Here's the number right out of the box, 877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK. Just like Linda in Willoughby, Ohio did, you can call this show toll-free. I was thinking about that call where she suffers from primary hyperparathyroidism. That is a complicated, difficult disorder. Let me just this is sort of like an anatomy and physiology comment. Turns out that calcium is the most abundant mineral in the body. Phosphorus is the second most abundant mineral. The body is constantly trying to manage calcium phosphorus balance. It's trying to keep that in a homeostatic state. It wants them to be in balance with one another. You don't want too much calcium, you don't want too much phosphorus, or not enough, or one and not enough of the other. You want them to be just right, Goldilocks. And there's a very tight window where the body's engaging in this acute regulation of calcium and phosphorus concentrations, and it does it by the parathyroid hormone, which is secreted by your parathyroid glands, and vitamin D in its active form. Okay? This goes on all day long in your body, out of your awareness. Turns out that your parathyroid glands will sense even the slightest drop in blood calcium levels, which will cause an increase in the secretion of the parathyroid hormone from your parathyroid glands, which decreases urinary excretion of the calcium, while increasing urinary excretion of phosphorus, stimulating bone resorption. I know it's a little complicated, I understand. So, your body knows when there's not enough calcium in the bloodstream, and the parathyroid hormone is going to send out the signals calling for your urinary system to excrete, increasing urinary excretion of phosphorus, stimulating bone resorption, and that's what needs to happen. This gets very complicated. Then I thought about, well, what if she took vitamin D3 as a supplement? Some doctors are concerned that might stimulate more calcium into the bloodstream, and that's the last thing she needs right now. She needs calcium in her bones. So the trick is, how are you able to get some calcium into her bones so she doesn't begin to suffer from osteoporosis and get the calcium out of the bloodstream? The body does not want those high concentrations of calcium in the bloodstream. This is tricky business. And I got to be careful what I say, because I can't, and I don't want to diagnose and treat. But I would urge her to talk with her doctor about this. My guest is Dominique Ostrander, formerly Dominique Clark. She got married and changed her name, and now I have to tattoo this somewhere so I remember the last name. Dominique, welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition.
Thank you, Dr. Garfield.
I wanted just to talk about that. I mean that's very complicated. That condition is problematic. I know you know that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I would be curious to know. I'm assuming that she had surgery.
I don't know.
To remove the tumor. That was my primary question.
Should have asked her that. I was reaching for my anatomy and physiology book. You think I'm kidding, huh? There it is. You drop this on your foot, you would fracture it. It weighs about 7.5 pounds. In here is this book. I love this book. It's a great book, Anatomy and Physiology. And there's a discussion in here on that very topic. Can't make this up. I was writing about this yesterday. I was writing about this very topic yesterday. And here it comes up on the show. I don't know. What would you do, Dominique? What if you had hyperparathyroidism? What would you do? Would you take bone up, and would you take Jarrow's vitamin D3? What would you do to get calcium into your bones?
Well, I would take bone up, especially if I had the surgery and the tumor was removed, definitely. That's why I was asking her if it was under, and she said there's no cure, but I don't know. I don't know if there's some information that I don't have. If there was a tumor that was removed.
Yeah, so we have a doctor calling in. You know this doctor. Dr. Earl, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Okay, help us out here. Tell him who you are. Tell him who you are. I called you. Tell him who you are.
I'm
McAllister. It's Dr. McAllister, Earl McAllister. Long time no see. Happy New Year, by the way.
How are you?
I'm fine. It's nice to hear your voice. Thank you for calling. What do you make of this? What would you do?
Well, first of all, congratulations to Miss Ostrander on her recent marriage. That's nice.
Thank you.
But as you alluded to, this calcium level in your bloodstream is very tightly regulated. And when your calcium levels go up, your parathormone goes down, and vice versa.
Right.
Except when you have an autonomously functioning gland, which is what hyperparathyroidism is. So now, instead of it being a negative feedback, it's functioning autonomously, and it produces more parathormone than you need. So it leaches that calcium out of your bone and into your bloodstream. So the last thing you want to do is take a vitamin supplement like vitamin D or calcium supplement in the face of that diagnosis.
Because you end up with too much. You end up with more calcium in the bloodstream,
which is dangerous and can lead to unconsciousness. I mean, the end
absolutely,
result here is
absolutely,
you can die from it,
right?
And your heart will stop working, etc.
You can have respiratory arrest. You can have cardiac arrest, right?
Yep. So this is a purely surgical illness, and what you do is you can easily take out the hyper-functioning gland. You have 4 parathyroid glands. So you take out the autonomously functioning gland, and suddenly your calcium in your bloodstream and your parathormone level goes down.
Goes down.
And the same thing that took the calcium out of your bone now drives the calcium into your bone.
So this is a surgical solution.
This is the only solution. There is no other treatment for the bone disease that accompanies hyperparathyroidism. And it's an easily treatable and fixable problem. It may be one of the it is one of the only real cures in medicine can cure this. Now, there are different types of hyperparathyroidism. There's secondary hyperparathyroidism, and then there's tertiary hyperparathyroidism, and those are unique clinical situations that are not germane to this argument, to this discussion. But, if you have primary hyperparathyroidism, and you will get osteoporosis. Before we could measure the parathormone level, we used to take a certain X-ray of the hands that would diagnose the problem, because that would be the first place where this bone loss occurs. Diagnosed.
Dr. McAllister, please don't hang up. I'm so grateful that you called in. This is great. We're headed into some messages, and Dr. McAllister is a surgeon. When we come back, I want to ask him about this surgery. He's probably done. I'm sure he's performed this surgery. And again, I'm grateful that he's called in. I keep telling people, doctors, listen to this show. Well, there you go. Dr. Earl McAllister, Dominique Clark, will be back with both.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Xenia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Xenia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Xenia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Xenia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Xenia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, collagen, and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you are strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Xenia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Xenia by name. Start taking Xenia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
Hi, I'm Jordan Rubin, founder and CEO of Garden of Life. Oceans 3 was created with a simple premise in mind. Develop a line of premium omega-3 fish oil formulations that met or exceeded the market leader in quality, and then go beyond omega-3 by providing amplified benefits and value to the consumer. Oceans 3 contains ultra-pure, high-potency fish oil, along with astaxanthin and fucoxanthin. Each of these ingredients, when taken individually, have superb benefits. When they are combined into the exciting compound omega-xanthin, they work synergistically to amplify their already amazing benefits. In addition to the synergy of omega-xanthin, Oceans 3 offers unrivaled purity and greater value than the leading omega-3 fish oils available today, making the Oceans 3 family of products the best choice for anyone looking to add a healthy dose of omega-3 fats and a giant dose of extraordinary health to their lives.
Are you looking for a product that will aid weight loss both safely and naturally? That will stimulate your metabolism and reduce the absorption of fat from food? Then look no further than Right Way Nutrition. As featured on national daytime health shows, Right Way Nutrition is a premium dietary and nutritional supplement provider who believes the best form of encouragement is results. Right Way Nutrition aims to provide customers with the most superior and effective products available. Right Way Nutrition's 100% pure green coffee bean extract with Svetol does just that. While green coffee bean extract may not be new to the scene, Right Way Nutrition offers a new and improved formula of green coffee bean extract infused with their trademark ingredient Svetol, which is proven to be a vital ingredient for successful weight loss results. Right Way Nutrition provides you with a fast-acting, healthy, effective green coffee bean extract proven to naturally and safely aid weight loss. Your search for the perfect natural weight loss supplement is over. Right Way Nutrition's 100% pure green coffee bean extract with Svetol will help you reach all your weight loss goals.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit takesolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or solus.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. Garden of Life, empowering extraordinary health. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Flexin, the joint health experts. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
So much to learn, so little time. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. That's sort of the theme around here. And that's okay, right? You're in a perpetual state of learning. Dominique Clark is my, Dominique Ostrander, that's her new name, as my guest. Dr. Earl McAllister was kind enough to call in. He's a surgeon. And we're talking about this very complicated issue that is, according to Dr. McAllister, and I agree with him, surgically simple, can be surgically treated and taken care of in rather simple terms. Dr. McAllister, welcome back. How many times have you performed that surgery, if ever?
Hundreds.
Really?
Yes.
And that's the I mean, and is it a complicated surgery?
Well, it has the potential to be complicated, but typically now it's a very straightforward, easy operation. Often can be even done under just sedation and local anesthesia.
Really? Wow. So for that woman
if you've done a few of these, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, well, it's not a big. Putting a Band-Aid on my finger is a big deal. Come on, now you're a surgeon. You do this all day long. You're opening up bodies and going inside, and God bless you. I mean, I know surgeons have this reputation of being prima donnas. I know that. I mean, talk to any nurse; she'll tell you that.
But Miss Ostrander can tell you that's the case.
But you know, sir, that it takes a special kind of critter to be able to do that kind of work. I don't know what you all are made of.
About right.
Critter is about right. You know, it's good to hear your voice. You know, you should call in this show more often. We really appreciate.
Yeah, no, I every now and then I tune in, and I always wonder why I don't. So I always get something from your show.
Well, we always get something from you. I mean, that you really helped explain. I hope that Linda in Willoughby has had the surgery, and you really helped clear this up. So once the surgery is performed, then it would be appropriate for the patient, perhaps under doctor's supervision, to take vitamin D3 or a good calcium product. Then, right or no?
Yes, that's a lot of times. What's happened is that with that autonomously functioning gland, the other three parathyroid glands have been suppressed because of these glands are exquisitely sensitive to changes in the calcium level. The other glands see this hypercalcemia and they atrophy. So when you take this autonomously functioning gland out, often what will happen is that you'll get transient hypocalcemia in your bloodstream because the calcium's rushing back into the bone, and so you have a precipitous drop in
the blood,
your calcium, and that can be worrisome in the first 24 to 48 hours.
I see.
It will kind of kickstart the other glands, however, and they will kick in and re-regulate the calcium to its normal level.
Right.
But many times people are, at this point, chronically hypocalcemic if they've been having hyperparathyroidism for a period of time. So they have osteoporosis and osteopenia. And so they do have to take a calcium supplement and allows this parathormone to drive it back into the bone itself.
I see. Dominique, do you have any questions for Dr. McAllister?
No, actually, I don't.
I
don't. I was just wondering if my question really was for the caller to find out if she had surgery or how far along she is with this process.
Right. So
if they're trying to manage this in any way with medical management, it's the wrong thing to do. And in the face of hypercalcemia and hyperparathyroidism, you certainly don't want to take any vitamin D or calcium supplements to make it worse.
There you go. Answer to our question. And Dr. McAllister, please don't be a stranger. Call this. You can call this show anytime you want. You're welcome on here anytime. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. That was great. It was generous of him to do that. I know he's busy. He's a good surgeon, isn't he, Dominique?
He's a good surgeon, for sure.
Yeah, he's a great surgeon. He's here in the Tampa Bay area. That was generous of him to do that. We're grateful. So what about February's...
You never know who's listening, right?
My mother always used to tell me that. Watch your mouth on that radio because you never know who's listening. Exactly. God rest her soul. God, I miss my mother. You wanted to talk about heart health. February is Heart Month?
It is.
How's your heart?
Well, I think it's strong. Relatively speaking, I would say.
Good. It's good, in good shape, right? So, what points do you want to make about heart health here, beyond cholesterol and blood pressure? I think.
Well, like you were saying, sort of about joint health and bone health and muscles and all of it being intertwined. I think that with an awareness that February is Heart Month, that our first thought is to make sure that our cholesterol levels are okay, that our blood pressure is okay, and that we address any weight issues that are still lingering, that we've had our resolutions from January either continue or fail at this point. But that stress plays a tremendous part in our cardiovascular health because it affects all of the other factors, predominantly hypertension, insulin resistance, and our weight.
I wonder if Dr. McAllister has done heart surgery of one sort or another. I bet he has. I know surgeons specialize in that, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's complicated surgery. Again, thank you, Dr. McAllister, for calling into the show. And we'll come back. We'll talk with Dominique Clark about American Heart Month 2015. Avoid silent heart attacks by practicing prevention. Practice prevention. Prevention. Prevention is the... I keep saying it. And we'll talk about this. And stress is a killer. And it is correlated with heart disease. Interesting. Come back. We'll explore this further with Dominique Clark, educator for Jarrow Formulas. Visit my website and watch the show at letstalknutrition.com.
Natural Factors presents
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Renew Life, the Digestive Care Company, Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing, Greens Plus, superfood for super health, Medi-C Plus, for heart health and more. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Let's Talk Nutrition, on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
February is American Heart Month, and during this month, the American Heart Association will focus on women with their campaign called, it's an educational movement called Go Red for Women. And it's about women in cardiovascular disease. I don't know if you know this or not, but each year cardiovascular diseases claim, notice I said diseases, there's more than one. It's a constellation of them. They claim the lives of nearly 500,000 women. For all of the women you know and who have been affected by cardiovascular disease, the American Heart Association asks that people participate in their National Wear Red Day. Welcome back, Dominique. That's a big number, a number of all those women dying every year of cardiovascular diseases, which would include heart disease. So
scary, actually.
I know, and it's not as if we're unaware, but that's the bad news. The good news is that it's preventable. Heart disease is preventable, notwithstanding some of the unmodifiable risk factors like age, gender, and race. I understand that, but it's nevertheless, most of the variants for heart disease, I say most of it, most of the time, is accounted for by diet and lifestyle. I think that's evident, and that's why it's one of the most preventable diseases. That's what makes cardiologists and physicians crazy, because they can help patients to prevent it if the patient wants to cooperate, right?
Absolutely. I think that there seems to be, though, a helplessness that's associated with heart disease, because it still seems like a mystery because we don't see it. It's sort of like what we're talking about with our bones. And unless there's an actual symptom of chest pain, shortness of breath, then it goes unnoticed. We don't realize that our arteries are becoming filled with plaque, and we don't feel our cholesterol levels going up.
Mm-hmm. That sort of seems to be the nature of human nature. We deal with that the same way with our automobiles. You run the devil out of it until you're sitting at the red light one day, and all of a sudden smoke is coming out of the engine.
Exactly. Or it starts to make a sound.
And somebody's calling me, Martha. Why is I'm sitting at the red light at the corner of busy and extra busy? What am I? Did you change the oil? Did you put any? What do you mean? That's your job. No, that's your job. Right? Isn't that what we do with automobiles? We run them until something goes wrong, then we take them to the mechanic. We do the same with our bodies too. Yes.
Right. Absolutely. And we're told to do preventative care. Right, we're told to get the oil changed and look at things and do the services that they recommend, and which I do. I will say that I absolutely do that for my automobile. But I've been known to be lax about doing that personally. However, about different things.
Okay, but, go ahead.
Right. No, I don't want to expand on that, but I'm just saying that I mean, I've been known to do that, but nevertheless, because sometimes, like you said, it's human nature to just maybe bury our heads in the sand.
Listen to this. This is true. Last week, my car was due for service at BMW. Do you know I received no less than 4 phone calls from the dealership? Dr. Garko, this is Reeves BMW. We'd like to remind you that your car is due for service. Can you bring it in? Make an appointment, please. 4 days in a row they called me. When's the last time?
I have the same type of car.
But wait a minute. Here's my point.
I know they harass you. I know.
No, but that's not my point. My point is this. Why don't we do that with the human body? Why isn't somebody calling you up and say, Miss Ostrander, it's been 6 months since you've been in, blah, blah, blah. You need to come in. Why aren't we getting those? We get more calls about a car service than we get about our body service.
Well, I will tell you this, without revealing too much, I actually have a physician's office that did that for me on Friday.
They called you and reminded you to need to get...
They called me because I show up for an appointment, and they called me and said, "Hey, you missed your appointment. Please call us to reschedule it."
How about this call? Hello, Bob. Yes, this is Dr. So-and-so's office. It's been 5 years since you had your prostate checked. We'd like to remind you to come in and when's the last time? And that call has never been made. That, you see my point? I mean,
absolutely.
I was thinking about that on the fourth day. I'm thinking, I wish somebody would call me about my health and be this concerned about my health than my vehicle and remind me that I need to do X, Y, and Z. But that's our responsibility, I suppose, right?
I think so. I think that there has to be an accountability, especially about our health.
But we need help. See, they had to remind me to bring my car in. I had forgotten all about it. And, you know, it's a high-end car. You don't want to be running around out of service with that car. You want to take care of it. Your body's a high-end machine. You know? By the way, February 6th is National Wear Red Day for women, to remind women that they need to remind themselves about their cardiovascular health. February 6th, 2015. That's National Wear Red Day. That's an educational movement by the American Heart Association. So what do you recommend for cardiovascular health?
Well, absolutely CoQ10.
Yeah, I know you always talk about that.
Absorb, yes, definitely. I think if just for varying things like cholesterol, like increased cardiovascular protection because of ATP production, and of course the antioxidant benefits that CoQ10 offers. Besides, if you are on a statin drug, then the two of them work great together because statin drugs will lower CoQ10 level.
Mm-hmm.
So Jarrow, of course, has our ubiquinol, our QH, which stands for high absorption form of ubiquinol, anywhere from 100 milligrams to 200 milligrams of ubiquinol.
Yeah. Do you have anything for stress in a bottle?
Stress in a bottle.
Yeah, anything for stress. You have something in a bottle that can help people manage stress. That's hard. That is a bugaboo, man. A physician, what do you say to the patient when you walk in? You can tell they're a triple double A type personality, right?
Right.
and they're so amped and animated and amplified. The doctor's thinking this person's going to stroke out right here or have a heart attack. How do you tell them? You know, Mary, you need to manage your stress. Right. Good luck with that advice. I mean, what do you do? Because you had alluded to how stress is correlated with heart disease. That is very difficult. You could write a prescription, I suppose, to calm them down, but I don't know. This is where personal responsibility really kicks in. Stress management. Go take a stress management class. They're helpful.
That would be one way. Biofeedback, meditation, things like that are, and then of course, then you can also supplement with something like GABA Soothe from Jarrow.
Gamma aminobutyric acid, right?
Exactly, 100 milligrams of GABA, 100 milligrams of theanine, and there's 225 milligrams of ashwagandha in there as well. It's a great blend.
I'm a big fan of that kind of product, and especially that product from Jarrow. GABA, and L-theanine, all those different compounds put together, they will level you out. We come back, we'll land this talk show with the LTN health question of the day, sponsored by BDCUSA.com. You can win a $25 supplement gift card.
As a family-owned company since 1968, Now Foods has spent the last 46 years building a legacy in the natural health industry as a trusted leader. Now provides a comprehensive approach to wellness by offering more than 1,400 high-quality health foods, supplements, sports nutrition, and personal care products at an affordable price. Now believes that natural is better. They don't use artificial colors, flavors, or sweeteners, and they offer many vegetarian, organic, and gluten-free products. Their foods are all non-GMO. Since their beginning, Now has grown to become an award-winning leader in the natural health industry. But one thing has never changed: their commitment to providing the highest quality products at the best value to empower people to lead healthier lives. High quality doesn't have to mean high price. From essential oils to amino acids, multivitamins to natural sweeteners, Now has you covered. To find a store near you that carries Now products, or for more information, visit nowfoods.com. That's nowfoods.com.
Did you know that doctors recommend omega-3 essential fatty acids for kids and grown-ups alike? Nordic Naturals, the #1 fish oil in the U.S., offers omega-3s for everyone. In fact, Nordic Naturals has one of the largest product portfolios in the world. Our best-selling Ultimate Omega is available in soft gels or liquid, both with a light, clean lemon flavor and no fishy aftertaste. This concentrated formula has been clinically shown to support heart health. For children, kids everywhere love Nordic Naturals Children's DHA, offered in great-tasting strawberry liquid or chewable soft gels. New Omega Boost is a creamy, delicious formulation of omega-3s. With its great mango taste and velvety smooth texture, Nordic Naturals Omega Boost is a great choice for the whole family. Nordic Naturals carefully manages every step of production of our omega-3 fish oils from boat to bottle, so you can count on Nordic Naturals to be exceptionally pure, fresh, and effective. Nordic Naturals for kids and grown-ups alike. Available at natural products retailers or online at nordicnaturals.com.
Are you able to consume the recommended 6 to 8 servings of fresh fruits and vegetables in a day for optimal health and well-being? Who has time to prepare and eat that many servings? Now there is a way to consume 5 whole servings of fresh fruits and vegetables in an easy-to-mix drink. That's half of your daily recommended servings in one drink. Introducing Greens Plus Wild Berry Burst Powder, made up of 29 enzymatically alive whole foods, along with 7 antioxidant-rich berry extracts in a delicious powder form that you can easily mix into water or your favorite fruit juice. Greens Plus Wild Berry Burst contains sea vegetables, probiotics, organic grasses, and herbal extracts that help to support the immune system, provide increased energy, provide an alkaline pH, and cleanse and detoxify the body. No heat is used in the processing of Greens Plus Wild Berry Burst, so it is enzymatically alive, just like fresh fruits and vegetables. You can find Greens Plus Wild Berry Burst at your local health food store. Ask for it by name.
Medi-C Plus. The C in Medi-C Plus stands for vitamin C, and the plus stands for lysine. Did you know vitamin C is arguably the most important water-soluble antioxidant in the human body? Or that we cannot produce vitamin C on our own like animals do? We need Medi-C Plus to meet our daily needs. Medi-C Plus provides the body with a high concentration of vitamin C and lysine, which work together to build collagen for optimal heart health. Dr. Gifford Jones, graduate of the Harvard Medical School, developed Medi-C Plus after his own heart attack 16 years ago. With the help of Medi-C Plus, Dr. Gifford Jones is now a healthy 91 years old. But Medi-C Plus is not just for heart health. Medi-C Plus also benefits your immune system, vision, promotes healthy skin, provides support for healthy teeth and gums, healthy joints, and much more. So make Medi-C Plus part of your daily routine and enjoy healthy living. Medi-C Plus at your local vitamin discount center and all fine health food stores. You can also order online at mymedi-c.com or call toll-free at 1-844-871-0069. When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted Best Independent Chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Natural Factors, where great health begins. Right Way Nutrition. Nutrition the right way. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Here's the LTN health question of the day, sponsored by no less than VDCUSA.com. I was reporting on a study coming out of England, and it was a longitudinal study over 20 years. And they took a look at the The rate of obesity, overweight and obesity among children in England during that 20-year period. What is the current level of obesity and overweight and obesity among children in England? Is it 1/5, 1/3, or 2/3 of children are overweight or obese in England? 1/5, 1/3, or 2/3? 20%, 30%, or 2/3, 66%, roughly, round numbers. A, B, or C? 877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK. What's the rate of obesity among children in England? Is it 1/5 of the children, 1/3, or 2/3? If you have the correct answer, you'll win a $25 gift card, and that's good. And by the way, we're in no better shape, so I'm not picking on England. I reported on that study because they were trying to find some good news in that, because it seemed like things tapered off. But then the editor writes, the journal wrote an article, an editorial saying, well, there's some good news in this. That linear rise leveled off, but now they noticed in the second decade it's picked back up. As I said, it's a dumpster fire there and here. What good news? I guess I don't know. Welcome back, Dominique. Yes. So we'll see if somebody gets this health question of the day. What percent of the population, what proportion of the population is of children are overweight or obese? 1/5, 1/3, or 2/3? 877-897-8255. Okay, besides CoQ10, from a supplement perspective, what might people consider for their cardiovascular health, given that it's February's Heart Month, American Heart Month?
Well, I think that we've talked about on the air several times before. Dr. Sinatra has been on the air as well. And we like to call it, or he calls it, the awesome foursome, which is CoQ10, ribose, carnitine, and magnesium. And the four of them together have a very synergistic relationship. Besides helping to create ATP production in the heart, the magnesium helps relax the smooth muscle tissue of the heart as well. And so the four of them together work really well. And, of course, Jarrow has every one of the awesome foursome and a few different forms of carnitine as well.
Mm-hmm. And, of course, Jarrow products are sold in all fine health stores throughout the United States. This business about, I want to go back to stress. I mean, you can take all the supplements in the world for your heart, but if you're if you're suffering from chronic stress and the stress levels are really bad, I suppose the supplements are going to help but whatnot, but you got to go to the heart of the matter, no pun intended here, and start to somehow manage that stress. I mean, because I don't know. I think at the end of the day, the stress wins all rounds and all matches. Mm-hmm. It just wins out. It's far, far too powerful. And I don't know if supplements for the heart are going to necessarily moderate or modulate, how can I say, the effect of the stress on the heart. I suppose it's better to take them than not. But you eventually got to get to managing the stress, yes?
Oh, unequivocally. Unequivocally. There isn't any supplement that's going to be powerful enough to combat the things that we do in our daily lives, whether it's nutritional sins, as you always call them. There isn't a supplement like you can take all the glucose optimizer in the world, but if your diet is horrible and it's full of sugar and complex carbohydrates and simple carbohydrates, simple carbohydrates that will raise blood sugar, it doesn't matter. You can take all the alpha-lipoic acid in the world, and it's not going to matter, and especially if you're sedentary.
Well, this is what drives me crazy. People say, they engage in committing a number of different nutritional and lifestyle sins, and they'll say, well, I'll just take my supplements and I'll be okay. No, you won't. No, you won't. And anybody tells you would, that person doesn't know what they're talking about. Supplements weren't designed to do that. They were, you're trying to fight a war where the other side is using highly sophisticated weapons and you have a pea shooter.
Exactly.
You're going to lose. You're taking a knife to a gunfight. I could think of many metaphors. How many children in England are suffering from overweight and obesity? I'll give you two choices. I'll round the numbers. Is it 30% or 60%? What percent of children in England are suffering from overweight or obesity? 30% or 60%? 877-897-8255. 877-897-8255. If you have the correct answer, you'll win a $25 supplement gift card. I rarely stump the audience. Don't let me do it today. You can speed dial me and get this in, and we'll give you'll win. I'll give you a hint. The number is bad, but it's not as bad as the question would suggest. Is it 30% or 60%? So repeat those supplements for the cardiovascular health.
Okay, so the awesome foursome is CoQ10, ribose, magnesium, and carnitine.
Fish oil, I would throw fish oil in there as well.
Definitely, especially for systemic inflammation, definitely fish oil. And then, of course, like we said, there's, managing your stress levels, things to help you feel calmer, more relaxed, so that you're not...
one of the things I do to manage my stress? I go to the movies. I go to the movies on Saturday night. That is so thick. You have... Honest to God, I feel like I'm in therapy. It is so therapeutic for me. Work all day. I work on the weekends. I work. When you're producing the show, that doesn't stop.
Yeah.
And it's so therapeutic. It's so you got to find those things. Let's go to Tampa. Chad, what percent of children in England are suffering from overweight and obesity?
I'm going to say it's about 2/3.
Nah, it's a little high. I'm sorry, but don't let that discourage you from ever calling me back. We have another.
Okay.
Thank you. We have another caller. Stephen will get that caller, and if the caller wins, we'll award the card. Your health is your wealth. Thank you, Dominique.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Zen.